Hi all, welcome back to Matlab tutorial on if-elseif-else. This session is on decision-making statements in Matlab programming. Decision-making structures require that the programmer should specify one or more conditions to be evaluated or tested by the program along with a statement or statements to be executed. If the condition is determined to be true and optionally other statements to be executed if the condition is determined to be false. Matlab provides various types of decision-making statements. In this session, let's discuss about the if statement. So before getting into the details of a decision control statement, which in this session will be the if statement, let's see how to create a script file in Matlab. So for this, go to the top left corner and here you could see a new button, and from here select the script. So this creates an untitled script file. So first you have to do is save the file. So when you save the file, this file should have the extension .m because it's a Matlab file, and the path should be added to your current directory. So save your file. So now we have created a Matlab script file. First program.m is the file that we have created. Now here you can start writing your program. So after writing the program, you could run the file and check your output. So first let me show you the syntax of using an if statement. If, specify the condition. As long as this condition is true, you can provide statements here. And then terminate your loop with an end statement. So let's write a program and understand this in detail. Let's say we have a variable a and let me initialize it with a value of 10. Now if I'm saying if a greater than 0, so as long as my a is greater than 0, I want few set of instructions to be evaluated. Let's say I'm going to display, say, if-elseif-else. So as long as the condition is true, your statement will be evaluated. Now let me terminate my if statement. So let's run this code and verify our output. So to run the code, just hit the run button here. So you could see the output here. This is your file name and it's printing if-else or it's displaying if-else because our condition was true. A is 10 here. So 10 greater than 0, the condition is true. So this statement will be executed. Suppose if I have changed the value of a from 10 to -1. Now if you look the condition a greater than 0, this is not true. So if the condition is false, the statement will not be evaluated. So the output of this program will be simply your file name. It's not going to display if-else. So let's run the program and check the output. So as expected, you could see the output here. It's only showing the file name. It's not displaying if-else. This is because our condition is wrong or false here. So in this example, we have added only one statement for if. You can add multiple statements. So the catching point here is as long as this statement is true, the statements, whatever you provide here, will be evaluated. Now let's see about an if-else statement. So let me just show you the syntax for the usage of if-else statement. So if, specify your condition. So as long this condition is true, the statements that you provide here will be evaluated. Now if the condition goes wrong, you can give an else statement, and then whatever statements you have specified here will be evaluated for the false condition. So if condition true means it will evaluate these set of statements. If the condition is false, it comes to else part and evaluate the statements you have provided here. Let me make this clear with a program. So we'll see with the previous example alone. So let's say A was 10 initially. You remember we have modified this value to minus 1. So let's see what is going to happen if the value of A is not greater than 0. Whether if we provide a condition in the else part, it's going to work. So let's start with if. Let's give the condition A greater than 0. Now I'll give the same statement. So if greater than A greater than 0, let's just put fulcrum onto the screen. So now we will add an else statement. Else let it disp. Okay, Matlab tutorial. Now you need to terminate the statement with end. So let's see how this program is going to work. So initial value of A is 10. So our condition is A greater than 0. So 10 greater than 0. Condition is true. So it's going to display tut fulcrum. Now what if A is not greater than 0? Suppose if A value was minus 1. So A equal to minus 1 means when you check the condition minus 1 greater than 0, this is false. It is a false statement. So when this is false, it will not evaluate this statement that is displaying tut fulcrum. The flow moves to the else part and evaluates the statement. So if A value was minus 1 or a value less than 0, it will display Matlab tutorial. So let's run the code and verify the output. So let's run. You're getting the output tut fulcrum. This we have verified in the first program. A value is 10, so 10 greater than 0. Condition is true, so this will evaluate the statement that is display tut fulcrum. So we are getting the output tut fulcrum. Now let's modify this A value. Let's make this as minus 1. So now if you run this code, let's check what the output is. You get the output as Matlab tutorial. It's because minus 1, the condition goes wrong here or it's false. So the flow moves to the else part where you have requested to display Matlab tutorial. Now let's see about one more decision control statement, that is if-elseif-else statement. So let's first see the syntax for the usage of this statement. So if condition, then you could give your statements here. So as long as the condition is true, these statements are going to get evaluated. If it's false, it will move to else. That was the previous statement. Now we are going to add one more statement here, else if. You could give a condition. So if the condition is true, this statement will be evaluated. Otherwise, the condition falls here, else if. You can give a condition and then provide a few set of statements. Here also, if the condition goes wrong, now the access flows to the else part. Else, you can give statements and then terminate the whole with an end. So let's write a program and check how these statements work. Let's say we have A is equal to minus 1 and we'll start providing the if condition first. So let's give A greater than 0. So if this condition is true, let's display our statement, say tut fulcrum. So if the statement is wrong, let the condition goes to else if part where you can provide another condition. So let's say A equal to minus 1. Now if this condition is true, let's say we are going to display a statement like Matlab tutorial on tut fulcrum. So what if this statement or this condition is wrong? We will provide an else part. So if none of these two conditions are working, the access will flow to the else part. So let's give a statement like let's display programming videos on Tute Fulcrum. Okay. At the end, you need to terminate it with an end statement. Otherwise, you will end up with syntactical error. So let's see how this program is going to work. So this is our code. Initially, a is equal to -1. So it checks for the condition. So what is the condition? A greater than 0. So -1 greater than 0. This is false. So axis will move to the else if part. What is the condition here? A equal to -1. So A is -1 equal to -1. This is true. So if this statement is true, it will evaluate the statements whatever you have provided here. So here we have provided a display statement to display Matlab tutorial on Tute Fulcrum. So if you run this code, this will be your output. Let's check it. So as expected, our output is Matlab tutorial on Tute Fulcrum. Now let me change the value of this A. Let's modify this as say -2. What will be the output now? So starts with if statement. It checks if A greater than 0. That is -2 greater than 0. The condition is false. So this statement will not be evaluated. Axis goes to else if part. What is the condition here? A equals to -1. That is, it checks -2 equal to -1. Again here the condition is false. So this statement will not be evaluated and the control flows to the else part, where it is displaying the command, or the display command will be evaluated here, where it displays the statement programming videos on Tute Fulcrum. So if you run this code with the A value as -2, you'll get the output displaying programming videos on Tute Fulcrum. Let's run the code and verify the output. So as expected, our output is programming videos on Tute Fulcrum. So this is about the decision control statement if-else, if-elseif-else statement that we use in Matlab for programming. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe. And please don't forget to tap the bell icon. You'll get notified whenever we upload our new videos. So keep watching. Thank you.